Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Stardeus. I am on the hunt for lead. I've been out of lead for a while. I said we were going to have a hard time building these armored walls because you need a lot of lead for them. The wall's built all the way around here. And we got a little bit going on over here, but like there's still some more work to do. They're kind of doing it patchy here. And then over here on this side, I've got it laid out to where it's going to wrap around this edge here, and then it goes over like that. So that's the general shape of our ship, right? So in this video, I'm hoping we can, it takes a while, but I'm hoping that we can maybe go ahead and finish that exterior wall and also start like putting in the rest of the ship that we're going to be expanding into to have our final shape. This is our final shape, by the way. I think, however, I want this platform to be further out, or maybe, I don't know, maybe closer is better. I don't know. I can't decide because these guns, 100% I can replicate and confirm it. 100% friendly fire is a thing with this. So these guns will absolutely blow each other up. Okay, so where you put them is really going to matter. And like, for instance, if this gun is shooting this way at a target, it may hit this turret. So you wouldn't want to stagger them like this, right? Likewise, if you're staggering them backwards, then the gun that's on this side may hit these turrets. And then you just get this huge explosion with all these guns blowing up and getting damaged. So you don't want that. So positioning the guns appropriately is really necessary. And so we're going to get guns positioned over here and right here. And then I'm going to start spreading them out. All right, once we get our final shape in, we'll start getting some exterior guns and you know, flattening them out or spreading them out, sorry, so that we can maybe avoid these types of things, because these guns will absolutely shoot each other. I'm on the hunt for lead, like I said, and there's a lead deposit over here that we're currently mining. There's 314 of it. Lead's apparently a really difficult thing to find, so I'm kind of going around trying to find it. And Ben Clark is where I've got it, so we're gonna send a quick expedition down to accelerate the collection of that lead, as well as to get what the miners already collected for us. While we're doing that, I'm moving my bridge. So instead of cutting the ship up and then sort of moving a whole section down, I feel like it's easier to just move things the other way, like the old-fashioned way, if you will, because it's all internal anyway. It's not like we really need to have the whole ship cut up. So I'm kind of going through and deleting a lot of stuff through here. I'm going to delete some of these exterior walls and just sort of move things around. So yeah, that's what I'm on about right now. Like this right here, we could probably just go ahead and delete it. There might be a few things that get disconnected, maybe a couple of the guns. Yeah, this one over here got disconnected, but really it's not that big of a deal. I'm sure we could probably get one of these things to look at it here soon, or maybe there's just, maybe this one can reach it. Not sure. Nah, but it's okay. Like we can get another switch over here somewhere, you know, and then this one can handle it. So stuff like that we can do. It's no big deal. This one here, we need to reposition as well. And then we have the glass walls. We want to have all of these walls. We're going to have all of this stuff become glass all the way out to here, I think. And then what we want to do is I'm going to place the captain's chair directly in line with this door. And that's going to basically share with me exactly where I need all this stuff to be. So some of these things are going to be offline right now. I'm not sure I want my tractor beam offline. As long as we have one of them, though, I think we're okay. It's like a just in case something happens sort of thing. Now, I have the auto connect installed, but I think I still have to tell these things to actually auto connect. Like manually have to do it, which doesn't feel so auto to me, you know? But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and delete this, which is probably going to disconnect a whole bunch of stuff. Yep. And then what I might do here is just kind of, I don't know, can we just all equipment, auto connect, execute. Yeah, it didn't really work. So I do need a few extras. So I'm going to take, I think maybe, once I figure out exactly where this wall is going to be, again, make sure that, I don't know, that quantum barrier being down is, yeah, that. Quantum barrier being down is not what I want. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, these micrometeorites. That's the first one too. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Why is this off? Connect, please. All right, now everybody turn on all the quantum barriers, enable force fields. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no shit. Okay, well, just blow up all my shit, why don't you? Goddamn micrometeorites, man. They're so powerful. And they're just getting more and more like they're such a nuisance because again, like the very first one that comes in, that's the only warning you have. So whatever that first one hits is gonna get damaged before you can turn them on, but at least we're protected here. That's a big ass explosion. We're gonna have to fix everything. Yep, my quantum barriers just went down because they're out of power. And we can go ahead and just disable them now. They're all gonna charge anyway, but I'm just gonna tell them that they don't need to turn back on right now. Okay, lots of things to fix through here. The pair is incapacitated. Oh no, pair bork. Frame is fine, core is fine. Just a whole lot of damage everywhere. We're gonna have to replace a bunch of your parts, pair. Let's go in and do that if we can. I'm gonna go at, while I'm doing this, I think I'm gonna maybe shut off the cloning pod. I'm not gonna deal with, you know, creepy crawlies right now while I'm dealing with all this other stuff. I think that's probably for the best for me right now. Yeah, all these guns and stuff have to be replaced too. And then let's get the armored wall to just kind of be marked to go around this edge like this. And then we'll just kind of do this. So this the outside edge of our ship is right here. With these armored walls that can take a beating, man. They're pretty good. Let's actually examine them because I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't looked at the stats yet. So the reinforced wall has 300. The armored wall has 600. So it's effective. One armored wall is effectively the same as doubling up the reinforced wall. Although I will say there's an advantage to doubling this in that when this gets cracked, you don't have an oxygen and heat leak because this one's not cracked. But the micrometeoroids that we're seeing now, they just push right through. So, I mean, I probably am going to have to, if there's anywhere that's not strictly covered by the quantum barrier, I'll double up the wall. But since we have quantum barriers, I am going with single walls for now because I just don't think double wall is going to be necessary when I have a barrier and armored walls, right? So we're going to go and take this, and then we need to line up that little spot right here. So it needs to be all the way down right here is where this is going to go, like that. So the bridge has to move quite a bit to get centered. Yeah, that's supposedly centered. So I'm going to take a look at what's 138. That's exactly where the... No, sorry, 167. Let me double check. Yeah, 167 is the wrong one. Wrong word. Here we go. 138 is where it was before. 138 something else here. So yeah, we're going to put that right there. Okay, so now we just need the walls. The glass wall coming through here. And then we'll figure out... I don't even know if they're going to be able to... I don't think they'll be able to build this with this here. Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to get there. Let's do this. Make sure they can get these two first, and then we'll build it in waves. I could move it back, but it's just a pain in the butt to move both of these back. It is because if you... Like, I'll show you. If I try to reorder it and go this way, it's going to tell me no on one of the items because this is already in the way, and then I have to relocate it again. But now that I've already done it, then whatever. Because look, the glass is already facing the wrong direction anyway. We can't have that. So let's make sure it is facing the right direction, hopefully. We're going to want to get the entirety of this floor to be the right... I want the right floor here. So we're going to go... actually, first let's do the lights. So the lights were in between this, right? So lights would be here and here. I think there's 1, 2, 3 spaces between them. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So here, light here, and then it was here, but I'm going to put it here. I'm going to get a little bit more separation on this. And then that's where our lights are going to be with that. This one I can move no problem because we're moving it further than like one tile, so we'll put it there. And then these can be moved as well. Just these in the chair, yep. And remove these and have them be right here, I think. Right over top of the... No, it's going to be here. Yeah. I think that's where it goes, right? It looks pretty close to where it goes. Maybe I could scoot this over so it's not right on the light. It looks like that'll work too. So put the chair and everything right there. Okay, so that's our new bridge. We're gonna delete these two things, and we're then gonna get a wall that kind of goes right back like that, which means all of these no longer need to be glass. Now, I could take this out and make it not glass and all those things, but what I think might be cooler is to have a recreational room of some kind, and then they have a glass window that they can look out of. It does say the human colonists will love the view. Tougher than a regular window. So I'm wondering if they can see out of this even though it's double layered. I don't know if that's the case. What I do know, though, is that now we have armored windows. And so since this is an external window, I'm going to make this an armored window instead. At least right here. And then what I can do is just go ahead and take out the window on that spot. And then with the armored windows in here, we have a little bit of a bigger rec room, if you will. And then this rec room will tie into the bridge here. And then this will come all around. So this ends up being our bridge. This is like a little rec room I can put. I have this stuff all scattered around right now. I have the jukebox and all the treadmill. And it's all scattered around. I want to get it all in here and have like a proper room for it, is what I'm thinking right now. Now, all this stuff has to be moved, of course, because we're kind of constraining this area now. So like the centrifuges and stuff, this one's switched off because I have tons of the enriched uranium right now. I only need one centrifuge running right now. And to be honest, I probably don't even need that radiator, but I'm going to leave it for now. I do need to move it, though. I do need to move it because I want this wall to come down. So maybe we'll move this centrifuge. You know what? We'll turn this one on and just leave this one off for now, and we'll sit it in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna move it over there. So this one will turn on, and then this one will turn off. I'm not gonna bother with that. All right. Freezer says it's too cold. Does that make sense to anyone else? It probably does. I'm sure you'll tell me a reason why having the room too cold for the freezer to operate. Because, yeah, obviously the machinery needs it to be a little warmer in there, so I guess. Yeah, all right. So we're looking at the bridge right there. That's this, and then this is going to be all the way down like so. And I guess I'm just going to... I need to replace that floor. So tell you what, we'll go reinforce there. And then I want to get rid of several of these different floor tiles. So this one can go, this one can go. These two are fine because they go with the rec room. So those two work fine. And then I don't think we're going to need double wall here. We really don't. So I can make the rec room just a little bit bigger by making it out a little bit like this. We do need the extra connections, though. So I guess we'll leave this. And then we'll just kind of build everything else around this. That's fine. What's going on with this wall? Oh, there's a lit reinforced floor under there. Okay, tell you what, let's pop that too. And then I want to take the reinforced flooring. Please, yep. We're gonna get rid of that too. And replace it with a regular reinforced floor there, like that. And then I want this floor to exist here. I don't. This is like a kind of a more industrial floor. I like how this floor looks better, and that's why I chose those lights. So we're just gonna kind of put in this floor instead, all through here. All right, and then this entire area, it becomes a high priority for everybody. So the armored glass. No, we're replacing the armored glass. Yeah, I thought that was in already, but it's not. So right there, and then build another copy of it right there too. So we're gonna get all that working. All right, this is all internal now. Nothing's outside. Oxygen is just gone. It'll come back. And I do want it to be in here too. I do want oxygen in here. So let's put Atmo. We'll put an oxygen floor here. And let's put a heater in here too. Yeah. There's not really... I mean, we could just rely on the heat coming from this room. There's plenty of heat coming from this room. Let's put we'll get a reinforced vent. Right here, yeah. Put a reinforced vent here and here. And that'll just let the heat that's already being generated from the nuclear reactors, they can all go in there. We have a meteoroid shower coming. Oh, wonderful. That's really great to know. We should probably move. I was going to go get the stuff anyway. Lead is over here. So let's travel to the lead deposit. And maybe by moving to the lead deposit, we'll avoid it. It does say incoming now, though, doesn't it? Oh, boy. It's coming. It's coming. Stupid tractor beams. I don't think any of them are going to hit me, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on. I don't think that matters, but I'm going to turn that one on. Yeah, all right, good. They're gone. Disable the force field, and we're good to go. Okay. Traveling through a gigantic dust storm to reach our lead deposit, which is desperately needed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and quickly collect with the copter, but I also want to get down there with some of these guys too. So let's launch a mining expedition as well. We need a lot of lead if we're going to pull this off with all these armored walls. And it's also needed for our nuclear cells too, because I've been doing a lot of work with robotics and stuff as well. I've got 2 additional fabricators in this spot, and they have been working on multi-tool parts, which I think I'm fine with that now. We got enough of those. Rebreathers are an option as well now. I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary to have any of these, but I'll make 10 of them. Because basically it just injects the oxygen directly in. So maybe you have somebody with a bad lung, you can give them a rebreather. Or, you know, if you just give them a rebreather, then as long as it's warm enough, they don't need a suit. You know, they just breathe, you know? So that's something to do too. If I have maybe like I short on suits or something, I won't be. But if nothing else, I could sell them. But let's just make like 4 of them. It's fine. I don't need a whole lot of them. And then this is making nuclear cells by the 10 or 10 at a time. This one down here is making them 10 at a time. And this one here is working on multi-fertilizer. We have 120 of it now. Multi-fertilizer is needed for our terraforming efforts, which we are going to look at doing in a little bit. As soon as I get enough lead, we'll look at doing that. So this has 53 of it now. Yep. And of course, it's automatically collecting from this as well. So we're getting a lot faster mining now too. Man, that's a mess right there, isn't it? Whew. We have lots of cleaning bots that are right now, though. They just get in there and get the job done real quick. So lots of cleaning bots. I'm also expanding my GPU capacity for mining's sake and memory. So I've got lots of memory kind of spread out around now. I'm running out of space in here. So I've just kind of spreading it around. And all these memory modules, or all the memory requires these memory modules to get popped in here too. So we're working on memory compression upgrades pretty persistently to upgrade all these to get more memory. We're up to now, Star Creds, we're making 583 an hour. And we have effectively 14 GPUs. Current memory says 75. I'm not sure how many GPUs I have. I guess I can just double click them and see. So I've got 13 GPUs. And yeah, effective GPU count is 14. So that's good because this counts as a GPU as well. So that's great. I have enough memory to mine for that many GPUs. All right, so this area is too cold. We're going to get the oxygen. That's fine. This area should be, unless it's, is it just slowly? Yeah, it's going to be fine. Sure. It's coming into the room. All right, no problem. Okay, so I think the bridge, I still want to close the bridge down though. So I'm going to pop that in there. So they can come into the rec room and then they can get into the bridge from the rec room. I'm all right with that workflow. I think maybe we do need, though, this glass is a little weird. I don't think we need glass there. Let's put glass. Let's take the glass out of there, and actually we'll replace it with a socket instead. That sounds like a better task. Replace this with a socket. That way I can get all these things hooked up. Maybe even get rid of some of these longer, like bigger, level 1 connectors, maybe even. These lights should be a little bit brighter for sure. Let's make them about like 110 or so. make this nice and bright in here when they're working. Same thing in here. Let's make this just a little bit bigger range. Let's go 120 with these. Nice and bright in here. It's pretty good. Okay, so I want to move to have these treadmills. I'm gonna have them kind of, I think, like this. I don't know if they'll be able to reach this if I close it all in. I guess we'll find out. But I kind of want them to be able to run while they're looking out the window. I think that's kind of cool. So we'll see if I can get them to do that. We'll relocate this one as well. And we'll just see if anyone ever uses this one. Micrometeoroids detected. Hang on. We just got... Oh, freaking... Got hit again. At least this one didn't, like, cause a chain reaction explosion. Force fields on, please. Shields up. Okay, so we're a little bit better protected now. There's obviously some areas where it can still hit, but it's not going to hit all the critical stuff. In this case, it just hit that instead of hitting the turret, so I got lucky on that one. Look at those things, man. There's so many of them. They're just pummeling me. It's crazy. It's just nuts. I'll go down to the security controls here as well and just turn off. You don't have to find the security console, but like you guys have been around my channel long enough, as most of you guys have, to know that I'm not a hotkey person. I try, but I'm not really a hotkey person. I'm just old, all right? So I'm going to be like, where's my security console, instead of just looking down here. Also, you should probably know, and you guys can't see this, but you should know that because of how my workflow is, how my desk arrangement is, I'm redoing my office. Like right after I record this, I'm tearing down my desk and putting a whole new desk setup and everything in here. So this will probably change. But for the last 2 years, at least, where my microphone is located, it blocks right here. So I can't see my mouse right now unless I tilt my head. And now I can see everything. But that little tiny bit of the corner of the screen has always been blocked for me for my natural sitting position, just because of where my microphone is. So I regularly miss things that are down here because I just don't see them. But if I know they're there and I tilt my head, there, I can see them all now. So it's a thing, you know. It hasn't been great, but that's all changing now because I'm changing it. So that's great. All right, so I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna make. I was gonna make one more, but I think I'll just leave this. Tell me, how warm is it in here? You know what? Since this is like a lounging area, I feel like it should have its own heat source, right? I mean, what if something happens here and it starts draining the heat out of here and it's just going to take forever to make this habitable again? I don't know. I feel like I should have a heating source in here. I'm going to grab one. Let's grab one of these. We'll copy one of these and just put it right in the middle of the floor. I don't know. I'm trying to think of outside the box here and how can I remedy this situation. I'm going to move this right here. I'm going to relocate this one just a little bit over as well. And what we're going to do, I'm going to take that wall down. And we're going to start moving things just a hair. And I think you can kind of maybe see what I'm doing here. We're going to relocate this one to there. There you go. I like how you have to take the teleporter to get here. And then you can't go back because it's disconnected now. There should be another one right here. Yep. So let's move this one over like that. And then this one goes over like that. Okay. Those are reconnected now. Nancy, you can get back home if you want to. There you go. All right. So what we can do is we just cut this. Then we can move the whole ship and align it correctly, like align it precisely. And then I don't know whether I'll be able to use the maneuvering thrusters to just run into this segment and have it be connected again, but I think that'd be kind of cool. So let's try it. We're going to take this segment right here and we're just going to cut it. That will create two completely separate sections for this. So that's it. That's done. Now we have two completely separate segments for the ship. So if I take sections, we have two specific sections. Okay. Now I'm going to take my maneuvering thruster. And I'm not sure this one would work because it's where it's located, but we'll see. I need to go the other direction anyway, don't I? Right? No, I need to move this down, which means the whole ship moves up. Yeah. So the whole ship will move up. And so what we'll do is just a couple of pips. up is probably all I need to do. That was way more than a couple of pips. Wowzers. I did not do that one right. Okay, let's try it again. It's just that the shape of this is a little hard to judge, but we'll try that. Okay, so I think we're right back where we started. This isn't working nearly as well as I thought it would. I think it's because of the sheer... It's just the scale of it. One at a time. Holy cow, that's it? That's one? That's it? Okay, I may need to use the... I think I need to use the other things after all. That's one pip down. It's charging it. Holy cow, that's just no way that's one pip of movement. Okay, well, it is right back to pretty much exactly where it was now. So we've moved nowhere. Super effective. Next way to do it then would be to the old school way of doing it, right? So we could take a structure here. I'll just do a frame, whatever. And what I want to do, right, is line up this with the captain's chair now. So this needs to go here. So since that's the case, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say there is where the frame ends. And then we're just going to build this frame out to... Ooh, now I need to go out further, don't I? I mean, I could also just count it and just do it here. That would be way less resource cost, right? And also less time. So let's do it that way instead. So we'll take the frame. So this needs to go here. So that's, see, 173 becomes 166. So we're moving 7 spots, right? We move 7 spots to here. So if that's the case, and this is where that needs to be at 165. So I'll put that here just so that if it runs into it, it'll stop. But what we'll want to do is we'll have this be 7 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it'll be from here. Yeah, so we'll have this be... I'm not sure if I can put the winch on a frame. I probably can, but I'm just going to do 2 regular floors too. So real quick, we just got that going. We'll put the winch hook here, and then we'll put a winch anchor here, and we'll just pull that in. And then we build it out and everything is awesome. And then we just kind of adjust the front of the ship so that this quantum barrier is not sitting right in front of... because right now the quantum barrier will be basically right here once we're done, because that's where this will be. But I don't want that to be a thing. Apparently they're not going to do this because they're too busy focusing on other things. So I'm just going to have to hurry them up to make this winch. Come here, Deep. There you go. Okay, so this is auto-connected, I assume. Yep. Auto connect is a thing. So reel in from here. That'll just slide that down. Okay. So now what we should see is... Wow, I can just not click. Yeah, so this is all super in line. So chair, post, all the way back to the door. Is all the same thing. It's all 166. All the way through here. Yep. All right, so this is perfectly aligned with the middle of the ship now. Now, we just get it all reconnected. And we can do that by... Well, I was going to do it by just building on again, but honestly, I'd rather just slap this in. So maybe... I don't know if this will work. I wanted to test it, right? So if we say move section, and we just say we want to move that way, 1 pip. Oh my... Oh, right. This counts as 1 section now. Hang on. It's not 1 section anymore. Okay. Try again. We'll go like this, and we'll go 1 pip. Like that. There we go. That's all we needed. It is all one ship now. Everything is 1 ship now. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, let's get rid of these. And all of this stuff is disconnected, so we need all this stuff to be reconnected. Well, let's get all this stuff charging again. Get the teleporters back online. All the things, man. Just get it all all running again. Whatever I can get done. Definitely want to get the quantum barrier back online. And then probably, let's go in and build another copy of this here. Yeah, those guns are not going to be connected there. I'll do it here instead. I still won't have the thruster connected, but I can move that. So we'll get another switch right here. And then I can start disconnecting some of these things. Like I don't need the winch, like I don't need this. This hook can go away. I could just delete it now. And we can also delete that now. I don't need any winches usually, now that everything is all lined up. And then we just get this to go all the way out. And then with this wall done, we'll have little tiny platforms on the outside. We'll have the quantum barriers are going to be protecting in here. And I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to make another interior section like this. I think I'm going to do that right in the middle and put that quantum barrier just like right in the middle, because it needs to protect all the way around this, right? And it's kind of convenient that it's a circle. So we'll just put this in the middle there, put one in the middle here, put one in the middle here, and in the middle here. We'll do this internal section thing like this. Honestly, I wish these things could just be on the interior, but since you can't, I'll cheat it that way, I guess. I want all of my jukeboxes to be relocated into here too. We're gonna have people having some fun in here, so let's bring 3 jukeboxes in here too. People can listen to things, right? The couches, I've got them randomly placed, so we're gonna move them up here too. Let's relocate a couch to be here. This one right here, we'll relocate this couch to be like directly across from that. That's fine. So there's a little lounge area, right? And then also definitely we're not gonna move it. We're gonna do a coffee machine. We're gonna get a couple of coffee machines in here. I think right by the teleporter is good. We get a couple of coffee machines in here. There we go. And this is where everybody comes in to access it with the teleporter. But I don't know, like maybe getting another teleporter is okay. I mean, we have, like I said, we have the power to do it. So if I was to build a copy of this teleporter and bring it in here, we could have another one that comes in right like this. And then some of them can use this one to get in here. So no big deal. And we'll put this teleporter for this one. We can stick it right here, I guess. It's a little out there. Maybe right here. That's fine. We'll put it right there. And this can be a way to get them into this area. Good. We need more coffee machines anyway, because I don't have enough coffee. So I'm going to take and go like 200 on this. We'll have you brew 10 at a time. I'm going to copy that configuration over to the other one. And then when this one builds, we'll copy the configuration to this one too. We'll start making it in, well, maybe we'll have this one make a little lower. Maybe this one will make it in batches of 2 or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Like, they drink the coffee, but they don't really drink it from the machine. Like, they just drink, the item goes in storage. So, yeah, I think this is fine. We'll do some energy efficiency upgrades on these as well. And then this one in here, I'm going to do energy efficiency upgrade, but I'm also going to upgrade this one with a speed upgrade. Because I still don't know. I haven't stopped recording, so... but I still don't know how to make it to where it's part of the bots, or the bots can be installing it, or it can be installed in bots. I think it's just a thing that's maybe not implemented very well right now, in my opinion. Just because I don't know how. That's what I usually do when if I don't know how to do it, then I resort to it being, the reason is because it's not implemented right. It's not my fault. That's how I usually do it. Is this close enough? No. What else are you connected to? I don't think that's necessary. I don't need that. This can now go to these. I have one more I need to connect there, and I just don't have a connection for it, so I'm trying to figure out what I can disconnect. I can disconnect this, and now you can go there, and then this can go there. All right, I moved to the front of the ship. It looks a little weird, because I gotta, you know, make the floors and everything all good, but otherwise everything worked out all right. So I'll just make this in here, bring this all the way over like so, Yep. We'll just move it over. Take these corner pieces, and we'll get those to be on that side. And maybe, I don't know if that really, does it really have to be exactly the same? I don't think so. And then the quantum barrier needs to be moved. Really, a lot of these things need to be moved, but I think maybe we'll move the tractor beams to be off to the side. Like maybe, yeah, how about right here? Right here, yeah. Move the tractor beam there. Relocate this one to be kind of over here. Ooh, that's not good. Let's adjust these positions again. We'll take you and bring you to here for now. And then we'll bring you back to here. Yeah. And then you're just got to be reconfigured to pick one. This one's fine. And then you get reconfigured to pick one, and you pick the other one. Like that. All right, cool. It's all good. Did we get our lead? It looks like we collected a whole bunch of it. I'm going to go ahead and tell them to collect again. I think we have a whole bunch. We got 579. So we should have a lot of lead plate now, which means this wall should be progressing a lot faster now. All the way around this outside edge is what we're looking for here. So build a copy here. Yeah, we get this wall connected out that way. Now this is going to end up being relocated again. We're going to move it to the edge here, I think. So it faces forward. And apparently that can't be auto-connected because it is out of range now. Yes, it is. Damn. Okay. Build another socket here. Which you can't do. You can do it from this side. That's fine. All right, so we got this wall mostly complete on this side. We're going to start putting in our final, like, big solar array. Okay. And this goes basically in a 2x2 sort of thing here. All the way around like this. It'll stop here and stop here. And this will end up, well, yeah, we can have a floor that goes around here, I suppose. But we're going to have this area right here be solar. So all of this gets used, but there's this narrow walkway that goes around here. And I think I probably want to shift this wall to be up one just to let people walk past it. But I don't know if it really matters. No, I don't think it matters. It's fine. We'll do the same thing on this side, and then all of this gets used. So it'll look the same on both sides. That's the idea anyway. Then all of our little thrusters need to be relocated. We're going to stick that on the outside of the wall. That's fine. Is that connected? Wow, just in range. I didn't even do that on purpose. That's just cool. All right, we'll do that right there. And then you will go here. As soon as it's done, right there. Yep, there. And then I thought there would be one more space there, but maybe not. All of this ends up being usable area. So just figuring out where this ends is kind of the question. And I thought it was going to end right here, but yeah, I guess I will make it end right here. So we'll just have a lit floor put in. I think maybe right here is good. And then structured floor, reinforced floor will go there. And then this will just be a walkway. So we'll have this be, a place for people to get, they can get outside and get on the other side if they really want to, but they're not going to need to. Maybe I could just redo this whole thing to leave this open and make the door on this side. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into how this will be organized, but ideally it'd be something like that. So this just ends up being open. So I just do this. And then all this is usable. So this all gets torn out. We're not having solar here. So all of this gets torn out, deleted, all the resources recovered. Okay. And with the armored wall here, we'll just open this up and start using it. So more bedrooms through this area, bedrooms through this area. We just open it up, man. Let's relocate this quantum barrier to be a little further out. We're going to have to make sure it can connect to power, but I'm going to place it there. And then it probably can't connect to power while there. So I'm also going to go, just temporary sake, I'll add one of these 820 connectors just sitting out here in the open. And then, that'll get connected and then we'll have the quantum barrier right there ready to go. So with all this out of here, we can also place right here. Yep. Let's get all this floor put in. Like that. Okay. And then all of this can go as well. We won't need these either. We have plenty of power, so I don't really care about breaking these down right now. We have so much storage, so much power. We're like over by hundreds of kilowatts in our power grid. So getting rid of all that solar, it really didn't do a whole lot. But I like the idea of the look of it, having some solar in here. I think it might look cool. So I'm leaving it as a part of the ship right through here. Okay, we have a breach capsule coming. And looks like it's coming from behind us. Well, that's no good. Oh, boy. I don't know where it's breaching, but I really hope it does make it all the way over there where I want it. Looks like it's going to get there, but there's not enough time to shoot this thing, so we're just not going to fire. We'll end up killing them when they get out, I guess. That's just how it'll go. Making a few more probes here. I'm actually going to go ahead and get this connector in. We just left the system, and I'm on my way over to the black holes where I want to go, so we'll just go like this. Exit the system right now. These guys will breach. They'll get pulverized. Boom, boom, boom. They're all dead. So satisfying to watch that. Of course, yes, the bots cannot be used, but I have enough technology now to just make my own frames, so it kind of doesn't matter. We'll harvest the stuff that is usable still, so we will get some of the parts for it, but it really doesn't matter. And everything just gets marked for repair. And a little higher than 2 on priority list would be nice. There we go. We're out in a little deeper space now. And then we just head out to the black hole. There we go. Hopefully none of my bots go through the damn engine. It can happen a lot. Way more often than I'd like to happen. Let's go ahead and connect these solar panels up. So we have this little solar section in here. And then I am thinking about expanding this wall just a little bit. You know, just enough to where we can get a walkway that goes through here. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. It makes the ship a little bit bigger, and so you don't have these humps anymore. But alternatively, I could just go 1 row of solar instead. But I don't know. Like I feeling like maybe I just don't want solar on this at all, which is kind of surprising to me. Maybe I put the solar back here. We could put it on this little section. It just wouldn't be protected. Maybe that's all right. I don't know. I'm not liking this anymore. I thought it was a good idea before, but I'm just I think I'm good with just having this not be here. I want it to be we need this to be outdoors so that the barrier can be there, but I think I'm not going to put solar there anymore. Oh, maybe I'll change my mind in a little bit, but for now, I'm just going to put this floor back. I like this. Now, if I do this, that makes this inside, correct? So I need it to be exposed to space in some capacity. And I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is something like... Maybe we'll do it like this. You know what? Here, let's. I'm just gonna keep changing my mind on this. I know it, but let's just do it this way. All right, we have it like this, and then we just put an interior or like a not armored wall right through here. Okay. This can be out in space still, right? We still get the barrier, still does its job, but this ends up being a walkway that people can get through. That's what I was really going for. And then, you know, we still get the solar here. 1, 2, 3, oh, almost 4. You know, I want 4. Let's have this side get removed really quick, and we'll put the solar. Oh, you know, I could just do it on this side too, because I just made this. Yeah, I just made this. So let's just get rid of this. And then this can go. And then we bring the copy this way instead. So the solar panels can end up going 1, 2, 3, 4. And this can end up being a wall that goes through here again. I think that's good. That's good. We'll try that instead. Bring the wall down like that. So there's a little bit of solar entry. I just wanted some integrated solar. I thought it would be look okay. You know, I don't know. Just looking for an opportunity to do it. And this keeps it outdoors, I believe. Should anyway. Because, like, why would you put solar panels inside? That doesn't make any sense. So I think it's got to equal that. So then the door, internal door, would then go here, I guess, to allow them to walk through here. We could put like I could put like a charging thing right there is what I was thinking. But I don't know why I would want charging to be located there. It seems a little weird, but we could also maybe I could try this. Relocate this to here. That would work. Yeah. Just a little one right there. That's easy. And then we could go. Yeah, I think we'll put a charger. I'll put a charger here after all, I think. So a door and then a charger. And then all this stuff gets built, right? I'm not sure what they're waiting for here, but please build it. Any repairs needed? A little bit of repair work needed there. Obviously, we need all these bots to get broken down too, so I think maybe I'll just go in and dismantle all the parts that are in them. Man, my cleaning bots are just... They are so persistent, you know, in getting themselves stuck out here. Like, they are so adamant about cleaning out here. I just don't get it. I want that forbid zone, right? Like the thing I've said for a few videos now. I want to forbid cleaning in certain places. Because my bots will just... They just have to be out here, man. Can I have just the enemy bots? All right, get out of here. Just beat it. Seriously, get out of here. They're just going to come right back. Yeah, they just come right back. Okay. Workers. Can I have... Do I have to do this one at a time? There we go. All of you. I want you all to go this way. Direct control of cleaning bots just to get them out of the way. And then I'm going to send all of these enemy bots. Let's send them down here so I can look at them one at a time. And look at these assholes. Look at these assholes. They're under control and they're still coming back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What are we going to do with this? Is it because the bots are in the way and you couldn't clean the floor and it's like the only place, the only thing that needs cleaned from here? Is that why? So wild. All right. I'm sure there's a really easy solution to that and I'm just too, you know, silly to see it, but whatever. You can tell me how you would deal with that problem in the comments, I suppose. It's interesting that I just had these built and now I all of a sudden don't have any gold wire. That's wild. I mean, it's because I repurposed the gold wire one for the lead plate, but still, like... So I need gold plate now. We'll just go up to 200 with this, go like that. We'll get some of it made. Yeah. Put an efficiency upgrade in this one, too. Probably need upgrades in all of these things. Let's go right there like that, yeah. Any more efficiency upgrades needed here? 10 of them, nice. Let's try to make that a bit more efficient. And then we're at the black hole now, so why don't we just pop through the void and say hi. I'm going to the Chimera Galaxy. Which I haven't really examined the system yet. I haven't examined any of this stuff, so maybe there's some lead over here that I haven't seen. So we'll take a look and see what we get over there. Gonzalez system. All of this gets filled in, just like it is on the other side. So we'll go in and fill all of this in with floor. There we go. GPU module broke down. Oh. Oh well. Boo-hoo. So we don't get to mine as much anymore. Big deal. Why is my dark matter unreachable? Look at all this dark matter just sitting here. It's considered unreachable, which is odd. Can they not get to... Oh, they can't get in the room because of where this is. All right, so this needs to be moved. I'll put it here. It's so crowded in here now, isn't it? Maybe I will make it over here. You know? Let's tear down this nutrient extractor. Turn this on. And then we'll just move to have all this stuff be relocated on this side now. It's not a bad place to process it. I mean, it's still plenty close to here, right? The only challenge now is that all my uranium is stored here, so I guess I'd move my reactors down in here and then put the storage up here. That's doable. Yeah. So relocate the storage. Temporarily, we'll put it here. Just so I can get one of my reactors to move down. So I'll move this reactor to here. Put it like at one space away from the bridge. Yeah. There we go. Move that there. And then I take this storage, relocate it back over here. It doesn't get in anybody's way, and everything works fine, you know? And then I can just kind of move all of these reactors a little bit to make it a little bit more organized, or at least in appearance anyway, make it look more organized in here. There we go. See? And then move the fire suppression system into the center. Yeah, we'll just put it right there. Right into the center of the room. And we get all the power here. We can process it over here. The uranium, right? Let's do it in batches of 10 on that one. Make them both do batches of 10. That's fine. And the only thing I sacrifice is like one nutrient extractor, which if I really need another one, I can place it here. I believe that will still allow walking, so it's not a big deal. But now we can get in here for our dark matter, and then the dark matter gets taken over where it needs to be. You are going to go... Oops. You should be connected. Yeah. What's the deal here? There it goes. Connect you to there, and then you can connect to there. Okay. So I've done it. We've made the ship, right? We changed it. I don't know if we changed it for the better, but we have this exterior area that's right here. Same as down here, right? And then we'll just put our solar panels right here, and then everything else gets flooded in. So, yeah. That's what I've got going on right now, and that's, I think, good enough, man. I'm just going to have to cut out a spot here for this, so we want to take a look at this. The door is here, and then it goes over, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 panels before a wall that's lined up with this wall. So this wall, this ends up being where that wall is. So it looks to me like we would want this to be, I guess it'd be here. We'd want to have this taken out, right? Because it's one tile in. So from the door, one tile in, there's the solar. So door, one tile in. I guess the solar is like here, right? Well, it doesn't matter. You guys can see it's gonna be a blast here. Okay, we're gonna get a whole bunch of probes into all these different systems. We're gonna see, you know, what we're dealing with here. I'm gonna try to find some more lead, all the things that we need. I'm just gonna launch a ton of probes at all these places, and I do actually kind of wish, and I know it's really a really niche thing, right? But I kind of wish there was a button that I could just press that says probe all. And just it would send a probe to every single one that it can probe. Probe everything. Probe everything button. That'd be great. And then I could just watch as my ship, you know, does it. Just goes pew, and just all the probes just fly out in all directions. And we get to see what we're dealing with in this entire system. All the information for the whole system. Now I see, yep, we got uranium over here, copper, lots of uranium in this system, actually. This is nice. Plant fibers, that's what we want. Traveling there. Why do we want plant fibers? We're going to need it for our ocean stuff. Speaking of which, let's go back to the tech tree and head on over to the ocean stuff right here. Ocean generation. Okay, what we'll do in the next video then is we'll start setting up the equipment that's needed. Look at all this, all being so bright and everything. Wow. What is it about the cleaning that needs to be happening right here? I don't understand this. Someone make it make sense. It says something's too hot too. Oh, right. I don't have all the same cooling as I did before. Yeah, that's a problem. This is 300 something degrees. Yeah, let's open this up. That's my emergency cool it down button right there. And then let's get our cooling behind it too. We'll just kind of surround this thing with some cooling. Thankfully, this is a reinforced wall, so it can handle a lot higher heat. Otherwise, we might have had a fire started right there. Might have had floors collapsing and stuff. That's why you, yeah, we need some more cooling over here too, it looks like. So build a copy of the cooling floor there. And that's probably okay. This room doesn't have enough of these. I need another one of these. I'm going to put one right over there. But let's shut that off for now until we can get that done. So we'll stop making the enriched uranium for now. And with this open, we shouldn't get any overheating. But once we get the cooling floor put in, I can probably close this. There it is. So let's close this. The cooling floor should take it from here. I'm not sure they can actually get back to this. So a real quick relocation will solve that problem. And then they'll be able to get to this floor and install this. Yeah. There we go. All right, we're here. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Holy moly. Wait, what? Oh, it's doing that thing again where it just like way overshoots its target. I have to update my game, see if maybe it fixes it, but it's okay. I'm sure he'll take a look at this later because, whoo, just around it goes. It's not even going in a straight line. Like it's right here is the destination, and it's just going around. Oh no! And we stop, right? And it's just gonna keep floating. And then I can say, okay, please travel here now. Hopefully it goes in a straight line this time to reach Theo Jones. Because I need a bunch of plant fibers for that. I'm not making near enough of them. There we go. And we'll drop down an extractor for that if that's such a thing. I don't know if the drill... Yeah, plant fiber deposit. We can actually do that. But it doesn't look like I can launch a drill there. Which makes sense. I don't know why you'd be able to drill for plant fibers, but... So I can deploy resource miner here, deploy resource miner, but you can't do that for this. Yeah, so you have to go down here. So anything else I want? Probably coal. Send it down for the coal. And yeah, let's just put one. We'll get a copper one going. I don't really have a whole lot of copper happening, but we definitely want one of these expeditions to head out this way and see if I can get better miners. Juliet. All right. That's 879 per day. That's incredible. That's going to get plant fibers so fast. Look at that. Awesome. They'll bring those back and we can start working on that for ocean stuff, okay? So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I know it doesn't look like it's balanced. You look at the lights and stuff and it's like, this ship is not, it's not even. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's exactly lined up from here to here, middle to the ship. It's just that the part we've developed is not centered. So as I build out, it'll all start to work out. All right, take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.